New structured data for pros and cons. Google revamps shopping. YouTube adds voiceover to your shorts. Site speed. Could that get you removed from Google? Drive higher reach with Reels. Instagram shares some new tips. Teams pop out of a meeting if you like. Deepfake threats could be coming soon. Popular mobile apps actually collecting data from your messages. Facebook warns over 1 million users. TikTok releases a photo mode after all the video stuff, and move over flips. What about sliding out PCs, all coming in this week's news. First, new structured data for pros and cons. The idea is that if you do reviews, you can now mark up your reviews with pros and cons on that product using structured data. The idea is that if somebody's doing a search for a product, a good review will give your pros and cons. So that's new this week as well. Google is now also looking at revamping shopping. It wants people to go to Google and not search to go to Amazon. It wants people to go to Google and do a search for a product and actually buy it from there. So it's now rolling out things like 3D imaging and a more shoppable look. So with particular markup on your product, you'll be able to, hopefully over time, somebody can do something like I'm just checking the screen here, where I've done it on a test in the UK. I think this is rolled out initially to the States, where if you put shop and that desired product, it will bring you all the search results for where you can buy the product and where you can actually click to buy. So on my screen here, I've done a search and I've just put it in quotation marks. I haven't set up a VPN to see what it would look like state-wise. And by doing that, all I'm literally got on my screen is clickable results. So everything here is commercial intent. There's no blog reviews or stuff like that. I've got 3 or 4 I've put jumpers in, and I've done shop men's jumpers. It's bringing me images, and on those images, if I wanted to, I could actually click and buy. So those are the things they're rolling out now. So this is their idea. Instead of you going to Amazon and buy, if you do a search for a product on Google, it'll actually give you those facilities to actually take you from a search to purchasing that product, all within the same platform. So yeah, that looks quite interesting, the results. Now, one of the questions that was asked with John Mueller via Twitter was, would my site speed, would this affect me getting removed from the search results? And John Mueller come back and said, traditionally, the site speed, if you imagine Core Web Vitals, if all things being equal, as a tiebreaker, if all things being equal, you've got the same amount of quality content on your website, the same amount of links and all that kind of stuff, and the same amount of reviews. So then you've got a tie break. Your site speed would then be the thing that would affect your ranking in the search engines. But your site speed itself, be it slow or not, will not affect you being removed from the search results. Onto YouTube. YouTube's added voiceover to shorts. So this is something that's been kicking around on other platforms like TikTok and Instagram for a bit. But the idea, what YouTube has done, similar type of thing. If you've got a video that you've just recorded, or you've got a video in your camera roll, you can take that video, press the voiceover, and then do a voiceover on that video itself, and then obviously upload that to the platform. And I'll leave a link to a video on how if you want to do that, in the description below. Brands are driving much more higher reach and engagement by posting Instagram Reels. It's no secret, video content is dominating social media. TikTok has basically set the agenda. Interesting, more engagement, and a lot more fun videos. And this is rippled across all other platforms like Instagram and YouTube Shorts. So prioritizing video is important. Amplify's data has shown brands using video is seen a lot more, and the ones that are just using static images, so a lot more engagement, a lot more conversions. So brands just using static images is missing out on opportunities, as carousels and reels tend to be significantly more engaging. So that's something I know I need to do, is get a lot more video on, both for myself and persuade customers to be pushing video on their platforms. It's all shorts, it's all video now. So that isn't really news, I suppose. It's something that it's a kick in the arse we all need, I suppose. Just hear the data. Other things, Instagram shares tips on how Following the last story, so Instagram themselves is sharing some new tips on how to get more engagement and use Reels in their marketing. So I'll leave a link to that rather than go through all. There was the tips cover things like safety zones and stuff like that. So the idea is, if you imagine your phone, you're not filling up your video screen in certain areas or putting text in certain areas where the graphics will be overlaid and stuff like that. So they've actually released that as a PDF, a booklet on that. So I'll leave a link to that also. There's going to be a lot of homework in this news. Microsoft chiefs warn that deepfake threats could be coming soon. Eric, one of Microsoft's chief science officer, it almost sounds Star Trek-y, this, doesn't it? Science officer. Yeah, has predicted that we all know that you can take a photo and Photoshop it and make it fake, but the deep fakes within videos, the AI technology that to make deep fake videos, they're saying is getting so good and so affordable now that you potentially in the future expect cons where people have previously sent things like WhatsApp to say there's a problem with their phone, could you send us some money and blah blah blah, pretending to be a family member and stuff like that. They're saying potentially in the future you're going to see this within video where it looks like a family member is on the other side of that video asking for some money and stuff like that. They're saying the deepfake technology is going to be so good that AI and other technologies might not be able to pick the difference up. So that's something that one of the Microsoft's chief science officer is warning us all about. So continuing with Microsoft Teams is now putting a new option or a new feature allowing you to pop out of your meeting. So if you're in a meeting, you need to continue doing another task. You can pop out of that. It'll still leave in the calendar and also show that you're in the meeting, but now you can technically multitask, I suppose it is. So it'll show in there that you've popped out of the meeting and the other team members or your other colleagues can carry on with that meeting. Basically, I had one the other day. We've been in meetings where technically we don't need to be in there, so you can now mark yourself as popped out and then you can carry on doing another task while that app is still running in the background. How that actually functions will actually be quite interesting to see. It could be that eventually you'll have a meeting of, say, 15 people in there. What happens if all 15 pop out and the meeting's still active with 15 pops out? That'll be interesting to see. So yeah, if you do notice that loads of people have popped out of your meeting, let us know in the comments or in the notes below how that looks. Report 80% of popular mobile apps collect data from your messages. Yeah, a new study by TechShielder called Hackers Hotspot. In the report, it basically says, according to the study, 60% of the world's most used mobile apps stores information of the user's private conversations, and with 80% collecting data on messages you send or receive. That's quite shocking. And the apps accumulate basic user information such as mobile phones and email addresses. That's quite scary. So that was in a TechShielder report. Facebook has warned 1 million users whose login was stolen by scam mobile apps. Yeah, Meta has warned Facebook users apps that were on Apple Store and Google App Store that were designed to steal users' login credentials on their social network. The company says it's identified over 400 malicious apps designed to do this, disguised as games, photo editors, and other utilities. It's notified users that they may be using this, obviously unknowing that they have self-compromised their own accounts by downloading these apps and sharing their credentials. Meta says it's reported the apps to Google and Apple to get them taken down. Apple reported the incidents. It was significantly worse than the Play Store. Out of the 402 malicious apps on the list, 355 were on Android, 47 was on the Apple. Interestingly though, the Android ones scanned a wide range of genres, games, VPNs, photo editors and horoscopes. Every single one on the iPhone related to managing your business page or ads. That's interesting anyway. So that's something to notice. So if you've got a notification from Facebook it might be real, but then again, it might be fake because of all the fake emails. So be cautious, but bear that in mind. TikTok is released a photo mode and 7 new editing tools. So everybody's going video, and obviously video is the thing, but TikTok's also released a new photo mode. So I haven't played with it yet, but the 7 new editing features have also been added, and this is on the US, and most other global regions have got the same tools as well. So with this, you can do edit clips, you can stack, trim, split videos, you can edit sounds, cut, trim, and set the duration for sounds. So, and there's some various other things. So these are, looks like a couple of enhancements for TikTok. Now, to end with, what you all know about these flip phones, particularly the Samsungs, and some people might remember the old Razors and stuff like that, or the old Motorola's. Now, flip is going to be so out of date. Now you've got slidables. Literally, Intel and Samsung are now looking to develop a slidable PC screen. So it might be a tablet, so it might be 7 inches, and then, oh, I've got it here, the data, yeah. So it turns a 13-inch tablet to a 17-inch with a flexible display. So using the new sliding mechanism. So if you want something for your holiday list, I don't think it's going to be available this holiday, but that'll take you 13 inch to 17 inches. That'd be an interesting thing to have. So new tools for the future, maybe slidable PC screens. If you have found this video informative, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop us a review on any of the podcasting applications and platforms you use. Until next week.